này đã không còn xa lạ gì đối với mỗi chúng ta. Hình tượng trái táo được biết như hình tượng của một thương hiệu hàng đầu thế giới. Thực vậy, theo báo cáo của Interbrand năm 2013, Apple là thương hiệu đứng đầu thế giới với tổng giá trị trên 98 tỷ USD. Để cùng tìm hiểu về Apple, chúng ta sẽ cùng xem qua đoạn clip sau.
Điều gì đã đưa một thương hiệu bé nhỏ trở thành thương hiệu đình đám nhất trên thế giới? Có hai điều mà Apple đã làm rất tốt trong việc xây dựng văn hóa doanh nghiệp, đó chính là văn hóa tập trung vào con người và văn hóa giữ bí mật. Hãy cùng chúng tôi tìm hiểu về nét văn hóa đặc trưng của Apple thông qua đoạn clip sau nhé.
Don't fault Apple for its culture of secrecy, and I think one of the fascinating debates that corporations should be having is, do we need to do a better job of shutting up? Apple's perhaps the most secretive company anywhere. It's every bit as secretive as an intelligence agency, so think about the CIA. Apple considers everything to be a secret. Now, every company keeps secrets. No company wants its product plans to get out to the public or to its competitors. Apple shuts its own employees out of what's going on. Your job at Apple is your job. Otherwise, you mind your own business. You don't poke your nose into what he's doing or what she's doing. The only people who know everything that's going on at Apple are the people at the very top. And so many Apple employees will get together in one of the cafeterias at Apple on the day of a major keynote to watch the keynote, whether it was Steve Jobs before he died or Tim Cook more recently, to find out what the products are going to be that are released. Even if they worked on those products, they may know a piece of it, but only their piece. At new employee orientation at Apple, which happens every Monday, one of the facets of orientation is the security briefing. And a security official from Apple sits down with the new employees and says to them, we take secrets very seriously here. If you divulge the secrets that you learn at Apple, you'll be fired. And what this has done is created a culture of fear, but also a culture of discipline. This manifests itself in very strange ways socially. So for example, I've spoken to people who play in a regular poker game with Apple employees, and when the subject of Apple comes up at the poker table, the people who work at Apple shut up. They change the subject. Valley engineers are famous for wanting to talk about their work and trade ideas about what's going on at their companies. Apple engineers are largely separate from the rest of the value.
Kể từ khi ra đời, Apple đã thay đổi một bộ mặt công nghệ và chúng ta thay đổi thói quen tiêu dùng hàng ngày. Là công ty tiên phong trong việc giới thiệu công nghệ đa chạm tới quần chúng mà hiện nay chưa có công ty công nghệ nào có thể bắt kịp. Để cùng tìm hiểu sâu hơn về Apple cũng như văn hóa doanh nghiệp của Apple, chúng ta cùng theo dõi đoạn tiếp sau.
Apple is always about pushing the envelope, about doing the best thing possible. And that's different from any company industry. A lot of companies, in terms of making it the highest quality or the most elegant, they will stop at some point because it's too hard. And Apple will never give up because it's too hard or it's impossible.
There's no company in the world where there is such a reverence for expertise.
You don't come to Apple unless you're really good at what you do. The reason you're here, the reason you were hired, is because you're at the top of your field, or you have the potential to be at the top of your field.
There's a belief in the power of small teams to do really great things. That if you get the right people in the room with this notion of let's just do something really great, then great things can happen.
Thinking outside the box, it's funny, we don't even really think about the box. When we go out to do something, we don't start by saying what is everyone else doing and therefore what are the best practices and what should we do. I think we look to say what's the best it possibly can be.
We never stop, really. I mean, we're always refining every little last detail until there's no more time to refine. There is no such thing as good enough. It just has to be the best.
One of the unique things about Apple is the level of cross-collaboration between different groups. When we decided to redesign the batteries for our portable products, the goal was fairly simple: to design a smaller battery that would last longer. We had to start with a new chemistry, a new mechanical design, a completely different industrial design. Our environmental team was involved. It just touched at so many different parts of the company. And that's how new technology is done at Apple. It involves everybody.
The difference between a good product and a great product is that attention to detail. When we started the design of the iPad 2, we knew from the very beginning that the cover was going to be a really important part of the story. The big challenge was, how do you attach the cover? Our implementation of magnets was a really challenging engineering task. One of the engineers on the team actually became an expert in doing computer simulations on magnetic field. It was a tremendous amount of work by a large number of people who, through the course of this product, have become, genuine experts in new areas because they had to figure out how to make this product.
そうですね。他の人と一緒に働くのが、本当に楽しいって思える人が多いですね。いろんな問題にぶち当たりながらも、どんどん前に進んで、常に問題を解決していく人たちっていうのがアップルには多いです。
I think certainly a hard work ethic is important because there's so much work put into making anything, be it a product or a piece of marketing or some software. What's presented to the consumer is this kind of effortless ease. You don't really know how much work goes on underneath the surface, but believe me, there's a lot.
No hay una sola manera de resolver un problema. De ser flexible y adaptable son características muy importantes si quiere uno trabajar en Apple. Los que trabajan aquí tienen la capacidad de adaptarse rápidamente a circunstancias que cambian constantemente.
The best part of working at Apple is actually the feeling that what you've brought to the table has contributed to something greater than yourself. And in that way, you're changing the world.
We're introducing mind-boggling new, gotta have it, scramble, lines around the building kind of products. And I love my role in making that happen.
You will get more out of working here for 2 years than you will get out of working at any other company for 5 years. Easily.
There's a lot of places you can find happiness. Work, when structured right, is one of the few places you can really find meaning. And I think what Apple gives the employees is the opportunity to be part of something really, really meaningful.